Welcome, gents. Sigma males don't follow society's rules or get distracted by the chaos around them. Instead, they've chosen to step back from the crowd, not out of defiance, but from a place of clear insight. In a world where everyone is rushing to fit in, the bravest thing you can do is walk your own path. That's the essence of a Sigma male, a person who has recognized the hollowness of today's frantic competition and decided to distance himself, not out of bitterness, but out of a profound understanding of what really matters. He lives life on his own terms, shunning the herd mentality and the shallow standards others cling to. But what compels him to leave the crowd behind and embrace his own solitary journey? The answers lie in a deep-rooted philosophy that few truly grasp, but many admire. Number 1. Disillusionment with social media culture. Sigma males aren't buying into the social media hype at all. They see it as an exaggerated popularity contest where everyone is just chasing likes, fake approval, and comments from people who don't really care. They watch as people post highlight reels of their lives, carefully filtered and edited, while behind the scenes they're probably just as lost and stressed as everyone else. Sigma males aren't fooled by this superficial show. They know it's mostly about boosting egos or pushing products nobody needs. They find it amusing how everyday moments get turned into big deals. Got out of bed today? Snap a selfie. Had breakfast? Better take a photo of that avocado toast. Sigmas, they'd prefer to enjoy their breakfast quietly, not through a camera lens. And don't even get started on virtue signaling. Social media often becomes a platform for everyone to broadcast their opinions on every issue. But Sigma males, they're too busy living in the real world to care about these digital debates. They'd rather have meaningful conversations face to face, where real connection and thoughtful discussion still matter. For them, retweets, likes, and hashtags feel like a noisy distraction they'd rather avoid. They understand that true fulfillment comes from real experiences and genuine relationships, not from seeking validation online. So, they unplug. Not out of spite, but simply because they're bored with it all. They know that real connection happens in person, not through a screen. Number 2. Rejection of groupthink and herd mentality. Sigma males are totally averse to groupthink. It's like their kryptonite. They watch as people hop on every trend just because it's popular and can't help but be baffled. The herd mentality, where everyone is too afraid to stand out, question things, or think for themselves, makes no sense to them. While others are busy following the crowd, Sigmas are off charting their own path, unfazed if they're the only ones heading in that direction. They don't follow others unless they've genuinely explored and found something worth their time. They're not interested in joining the popularity contest. If fitting in means diluting their ideas or agreeing with things they don't believe in, they'd rather stand alone. Sigmas understand the dangers of unthinking conformity, because the majority is often wrong or at least clueless. The irony is that while everyone else is desperate to be part of the latest trend, political movement, or hot take, Sigmas are perfectly fine in their own space, secure in their own thoughts. They don't need the group's approval to validate their ideas, and frankly, they often think the group is a bit out of touch anyway. They know that being a free thinker can mean being misunderstood or disliked, and they're completely okay with that. It's not about rebelling for the sake of it. It's about staying true to their own beliefs, even if it means going against the grain. Number 3. The challenge of finding like-minded individuals. For Sigma males, finding like-minded people feels like searching for a needle in a haystack, except the haystack is filled with loud opinions, shallow chatter, and people just trying to fit in. It's not that they think they're superior, they're simply wired differently. While most people are happy talking about the latest trends, gossip, or whatever's trending online, Sigma males are more interested in discussing ideas, exploring deep thoughts, and engaging in conversations that challenge assumptions. And let's be real, how many people are truly up for that? They're not going to pretend to care about superficial relationships. While everyone else is focused on building connections based on appearances and social status, Sigma males are more interested in someone's mind than their Instagram feed. It's frustrating because they're not looking for a crowd, just a few people who get it, who aren't afraid to question things, think for themselves, and value depth over superficiality. Unfortunately, finding such people is rare. This challenge doesn't make Sigma males bitter or lonely. It only strengthens their resolve to follow their own path. They'd rather have a few meaningful connections than be surrounded by people who don't bring real value to their lives. When they do find those rare individuals who think like they do, the connection is effortless and genuine. Until then, they're perfectly content with their own company, knowing that quality always beats quantity in relationships. Number 4. Cynicism toward media and propaganda. Sigma. Males have a built-in radar for spotting media manipulation and propaganda. They've developed a healthy skepticism that keeps them from falling for flashy headlines and clickbait designed to stir up emotions. While everyone else might be getting swept up in the latest supposed crisis or viral outrage, Sigma males are the ones rolling their eyes and asking, who benefits from pushing this story so hard? They can't stand how media outlets often push fear or promote narratives that feel a bit too convenient. Sigma males are quick to spot when they're being played and refuse to be pawns in someone else's scheme. Instead of swallowing everything the media dishes out, they dissect it, analyze the motives behind it, and search for the real facts. This ability to see through the nonsense isn't always appreciated, especially when everyone else seems content to follow along without question. It's not that they believe everything is a conspiracy, but they've seen enough to recognize when a story is being shaped to fit an agenda. Their skepticism isn't about rebellion, it's about experience and pattern recognition. They prefer digging into independent sources, cross-checking information, and forming their own views, rather than accepting whatever's trending. The irony is that they often find themselves the only ones in the room who aren't swayed by the media's emotional roller coaster. While everyone else is reacting to the latest drama, Sigma males stay calm and collected, questioning the whole setup. They understand the game and choose not to play. Gents, if you're vibing with what you're watching, don't be a stranger. Join the Gents Grove community by hitting that subscribe button and sharing this video. Your support helps us keep exploring the extraordinary world of Sigma males and beyond. Number 5. The frustration with meaningless conversation. Sigma males have zero patience for meaningless chatter. They aren't the type to get excited about small talk about the weather or pretend to be interested while someone drones on about the latest reality TV drama. It's not that they're rude or think they're superior. It's just that they value their time and energy. For them, idle conversation feels like running in place. They crave depth, discussions that dig into ideas, challenge thoughts, or explore new topics. When the conversation turns trivial, their minds start to check out. They might smile and nod, but inside they're planning their escape. It's not personal, they're simply wired for more meaningful interactions. They come alive when talking about something substantial, something that stretches their thinking or offers a fresh perspective. In their world, silence is often more valuable than filling the air with empty words. Sigma males don't need constant conversation to feel connected. They'd prefer to sit quietly with someone and share a moment of mutual understanding without speaking than engage in the typical social fluff that others find comforting. So, if they're not chatting much, it's not because they're disinterested, it's because they're waiting for a conversation that's truly worth having. Number 6. Rejection of the rat race. Mentality. Sigma males have opted out of the rat race because it feels like being trapped on a hamster wheel that never gets them anywhere meaningful. They watch as people hustle for promotions, bigger paychecks, and the latest trends, all while sacrificing their happiness and well-being. Sigma males aren't buying into this. They see that the work yourself to the bone for a bigger paycheck mindset is just a distraction from what really matters in life. They understand that true success isn't about piling up material things or clocking endless hours. For them, success means having the freedom to control their own time and doing work that truly matters to them, not just climbing a ladder because society says so. They'd rather forge their own path, even if it means taking unconventional routes or stepping away from the crowd. The idea of hustling just to meet someone else's definition of success feels like torture to them. Sigma males reject the idea that their worth is tied to their job title or bank account. They're more interested in personal growth, meaningful experiences, and living life on their own terms, rather than getting stuck in a system that never truly satisfies. While others are running in circles, chasing status and material goods, Sigma males are quietly stepping away, creating a life that feels more genuine, fulfilling, and far less exhausting. Number 7. Disconnection from traditional career path. Sigma males couldn't care less about sticking to a traditional career path. The thought of a rigid 9-to-5 job, climbing a corporate ladder, and eventually landing a corner office feels like a prison sentence to them. They see it as a never-ending grind where you're working to fulfill someone else's vision, chasing promotions that don't really matter in the grand scheme of things, and trading your time and energy for a paycheck that never feels quite worth it. They're not motivated by titles, prestige, or conventional measures of success. What they truly want is freedom. The freedom to follow their passions, work on their own terms, and escape the expectations tied to a traditional job. Sigma males are willing to give up the security of a steady paycheck if it means they can create their own path and live life on their own terms. It's not about being lazy or irresponsible. They just value their independence above all else. They understand that life is too short to be stuck in a cubicle doing work they don't care about. Instead, they seek careers or projects that match their values, ignite their creativity, and allow them to make a real impact in a way that feels authentic. Whether that means freelancing, starting their own business, or even living off the grid, they'll choose that path every time. The traditional career ladder? It's not even on their radar. They're too busy building their own ladder, one that takes them exactly where they want to go, without the detours or corporate politics slowing them down. Number 8. Preference for minimalism and simple living. Sigma males embrace minimalism and simple living, but not in the trendy declutter and buy more stuff kind of way. For them, it's a deliberate choice with deeper meaning. They've learned that having more stuff just adds to the weight of their lives. Whether it's material possessions, social obligations, or digital clutter, it all feels like noise to them. So they strip away the excess and keep only what truly adds value. They're not swayed by flashy cars, big houses, or the endless chase for more. In fact, the more society pushes the idea that you need something to be happy, the more they push back. They find freedom in having less, focusing on experiences rather than possessions, and avoiding a lifestyle that demands constant accumulation. They even find it amusing how people stress over things they don't really need. Sigma males enjoy the calm and clarity that come with simplicity. They know that by getting rid of the excess, they make space for what truly matters: personal growth, meaningful relationships, and peace of mind. By choosing minimalism, they're not depriving themselves. They're crafting a life that's more authentic, manageable, and satisfying. Plus, not having to keep up with the latest trends means they have more time and energy for what really matters to them. In a world where the constant noise of societal expectations and superficial pursuits often drowns out genuine fulfillment, Sigma males stand apart with a quiet rebellion. They've chosen to disconnect not out of disdain, but from a profound understanding of what truly matters. For them, true success isn't measured by titles, bank accounts, or the latest trends, but by the freedom to live authentically, embrace minimalism, and forge meaningful connections on their own terms. While society rushes after fleeting status and materialistic goals, Sigma males are calmly charting their own course, unburdened by the relentless chase. They've discovered that real richness lies in personal growth, freedom from societal pressures, and the pursuit of passions that align with their values. Their choice to disconnect is not a retreat, but a deliberate step toward a more fulfilling life. It's a reminder that amidst the clamor for conformity, there's immense power and clarity in choosing to live true to oneself. So, while the world continues its frenetic race, Sigma males move forward with purpose and grace, defining their own path and inspiring others to consider what really matters in their own lives. Thanks, gents, for tuning in. See you in the next video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.